What is going on, everyone? Back for another Mondays with Mike here. And we'll wait for a couple people to get on and see who gets on this week. Sorry, I'm finishing up an email. I'm still working, even though it's 8 o'clock here in the East Coast. We'll just let some people get in. You guys can comment and start asking about parts. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. Sorry, trying to get someone's order done. And yep. Oh boy, not a fun time to have AC go out in the summer. Sorry about that. What's up, Andy? Welcome back. I can see people have been eagerly waiting to get on here. Hells yeah. Oh, been a freaking busy day though. I can tell you with orders, man, we are killing it. Damn, very lucky. Oh, cool. We already have a question. FK and the K20C4 should be the exact same. As far as I know, Andy might have a little bit better in depth, but I mean, they use most of the same stuff on the block as far as water pump housing. But yeah, I don't see the belt being any different. What's up? Thanks, Stephen, for the comment on Facebook, seeing who's going to join tonight. We'll see. Maybe some people will get in here and get some good conversation going for the next hour. Oh, okay. Cool. So there's your answer. Andy knew it. I didn't. Oh, man. Yeah, so busy day. I'm trying to think anything going on right now. There is a PRL sale going on that we have. If you guys want to go buy some PRL parts, 10% off, free shipping, no taxes in most states. So the PRL code is PRL Save. It's on the website. You can find it. It's pretty much on the main page. So if you need parts, you want to save money, this is the last sale, most likely till Black Friday. So get your parts while you can. But yeah, our 11th gen project kind of going underway today. Been getting some information from the guys welding everything, and we got some pictures we posted up the other day. So right now they're just in taking all the measurements and kind of jigging up some tools to start being able to hold and support the turbo and that, and start making stuff. So hopefully we'll have pictures this week, next week, of some little teasers of what's going on with that car. Yeah. Sale ends August 5th. So the HVIs are sold out. I'm due to get, they're due to be in 2 weeks is what PRL told me. So, but yeah, definitely don't miss out on the sale. Because luckily this sale, actually PRL is giving me a little bit of extra money off. So the sale actually works for us, which is fantastic. So save you guys some good money. I had a guy that bought like 2 days before the sale and then wanted me to refund him the difference. I'm like, sorry, buddy. Like, you ordered before the sale. We can do a discount on something else for you, but man. All right. The rear motor mount was blown. Yeah, that's pretty typical on these cars. Yeah, my only thing is just be very careful on like clone motor mounts. You do not want to see the amount of damage a snap motor mount will make to a car. And usually they break when you're actually getting on it. So be very careful. Oh, dang. Yeah, there you go. Some work. Okay, cool. I'm just saying in regards to like the mount that you bought off eBay, just be very careful because some of these, you know, well, I don't know. Did you get a, so it's a Hasport clone. So yeah, you definitely want to upgrade and get a Hasport mount. Yeah, they don't last long. Yeah, Hasport, I'm trying to think. You need an 8th gen. Wait a minute. I might have 1/8 gen in stock actually. Let me hold on, let me send one of my guys a message that's in the warehouse in Arizona. I'm doing this live right now for you. Let me see if I can get a sorry guys. I'm trying to help out a customer. I'll check right now and I could ship it tomorrow if I have it. So I think I have 162A in stock. So that'll help you get back up and running at least. I do have the side mounts in stock for the 8th gen. I know that. I just don't have the rear. Innovative. Sorry, not a fan. They just as a company screwed us over on a lot of orders that failed a long time ago, and they didn't want to take any responsibility for their bad engineering and bad mounts. Yeah, basically their mounts would kind of on hard launches, like literally just bend in half. But yeah, I'll see if I have an 8th gen rear mount for you. I could ship it tomorrow. I'm just double checking with the warehouse in Arizona right now. So I just text my guy there to see. I mean, what kind of business does this? You know, who gets online and tries to help people out? Quick question: do you have an AWE touring exhaust available, black tips and high performance? No downpipes right now. Two-step performance is 3 months, maybe if they even get done. I've got several people waiting on those. Our downpipes should be shipping in 3 to 4 weeks. If you want to snag one, I've got 2 left on the pre-order. If you wait, it's another 4 months. I do have PLM downpipes in stock. I think 3 left on those. Let me check on your Capac right now. I can check my warehouse right now and see. I hate doing this, but at least this is part of the channel, is you guys getting on here and asking questions. So, I mean, that is pretty much what we wanted to start the channel for, was so people could get answers. So, but yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. I will keep answering them. It's been a really good month, actually. We completely, I mean, July is usually not the best month, to be quite honest. And I've never really had good Julys for some reason. And for some reason, this year was just incredible. So big thank you to the people that have ordered. That's for dang sure. Let me see. I've got silver tip in stock. And I've got black in stock, 4 of them. So NBA Ballers Life, if you want one, I can get them shipped out tomorrow for you. I'll even give you a discount right now online if you want to go order. PLM, look, they're made in China. Are they bad? Their fitment used to be kind of shitty. But their quality is definitely improved. They're still China made, so you can notice they're not as good as some of the American stuff that's TIG welded and that. Power wise, it's not really going to affect you a lot. So it is another option you could do, but I've got them in stock. If you want a discount code, I'll give it to you right now. Nice combo deal. Well, due to the EPA, I definitely recommend you running catted. Pretty much nobody makes a catless downpipe anymore because the EPA's come so strict on people. Our downpipe we make as a 2-in-1, so it can come both ways. Stock turbo, you're going to maybe pick up 4 horsepower, something like that. But when you start upgrading to bigger turbos and more power, yes, the catless stuff definitely helps. But yeah, got those exhausts in stock ready to ship tomorrow. So, oh man, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Not a lot. Pretty much just the middle of summer and enjoying, the busy month. So, our downpipe is catless and catted. It comes catted, and you can switch out the catless portion yourself. Really unique design. Nobody does anything like it. So, throttle body, honestly, you could go to a 70 mil. Do the Honda Ridgeline. It comes in a 70 mil. It's not worth it. If you've got big cams and high compression, yes, it'll make some, but it's not really worth it. But yeah, the Ridgeline one you can do, and you got to port it to 70 mil, and you need the adapter to run it. So a lot of people did the ZDX one. The reason it's so expensive is it comes with a map sensor included on the throttle body, whereas the Ridgeline one doesn't. So you can just use the map sensor that's on the RBC manifold. But yeah, like Andy says, I mean, on ethanol, I think you're going to gain like 5 horsepower. So yeah, a lot of people do, but it's literally 4 to 5 horsepower. So a boosted car, it's going to make pretty much no difference. Well, it just depends on which car you're running. I mean, I just love the FL5, the MHI turbo for the Accord and RDX. If you have an FL5, I would go RV6. They just have a bigger fuel system to be able to facilitate that size of turbo. So, I mean, you can go the RV6 on the Accord. You just need to make sure you're running meth injection, but it's still not going to be as reliable a power on the Accord like the MHI is. So, oh, Joel made it in. What's up, Joel? Congrats on the RDX. I'm glad you're loving it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite cars. Super, super fun. And the only downfall I don't like about the RDX was when you start modding those things, the gas mileage goes to shit. It's really bad. So, but glad you're enjoying it. It's super fun. And like I said, you already know all the mods pretty much that work since you had the Accord. So everything's pretty much the same. Yeah, I mean, yep. But it's a lot more fun. I mean, look, when I had the MHI Stage 2 on the RDX, I played with a lot of cars that just did not expect the RDX to be that quick. So I know you said you're not going to probably turbo swap, but we'll give it a year and I'll probably see an upgraded turbo on your thing. Especially considering you're in Colorado. I mean, you got to have that bigger turbo. Yeah, I just put well, I don't know if you guys saw the off-road tires we put on the Passport, but it went from at least city. I haven't driven much freeway, but it went from city around 21 and a half now down to 16. So, and I took weight off, which is crazy. It's just the tire tread just is not fuel economy friendly. So the ugliest Honda ever. Probably the oh God, what is that thing? I think the HRV, is it the new one that they came out with? I think they're the HRV. I just don't like them. I think it wants to be like 3 cars in one. The other one that I don't like and I think is ugly is the Clarity that came out years ago, the hydrogen car. That thing was hideous. But if it was lowered on wheels, it'd probably look pretty good. So. Yeah, I'd probably say that was probably my least favorite Honda, to be honest. But yeah, just another summer. Actually going on vacation in about a week, which I cannot wait for. So don't worry, business continues like normal. So don't worry at all. Still in the States, so it's not a big deal. Well, what do you guys think are the ugliest Hondas? We'll put that out there. I'm going with my wife for her birthday. We're going to the Keys in Florida. And we usually do a big trip every September somewhere. So her birthday kind of lands right before it. So we're um, we're actually going to the UK in about a month. And so this is just a quick one for the birthday. So she's been to the Keys. I've never been, but I'm excited. So as you guys know, I love to travel. So I'm going to be almost at 60 countries next year, which is just insane. The fact that I've seen that much of the world. Yeah, the only real 10th gen Civic I actually really like is the two door, and I'm not a big two door fan, but I for some reason actually like it in the 10th gen. Um, yeah, the only two doors I've really ever liked is obviously the hatchbacks that come in two doors. That's understandable. Um, but I do like the I can't stand the 8th gen in a coupe. I'm just not a fan. I love the four door. Um, the 9th gen didn't care for it in a two door. But the 10 gen and the 9th gen Accord and a two door were both beautiful cars. Yeah, I'd probably have to say those are, my least favorite. Yeah, I actually got the passport today, oil changed, everything running good. Definitely do not do a blow off valve on the 11th gen. Keep it OEM. You'll have all the sounds of the turbo once you do the intake and inlet. So blow off valve just basically dumps fuel between every shift because the MAF sensor completely freaks out where the hell all that air went because it got vented off somewhere else. So it's not picking up a full reading. So definitely do not do a blow off valve. And companies like Boomba should be completely ashamed of themselves for selling that dog shit. That is like the biggest joke of a company. I'm sorry, guys, but especially with Honda stuff, like their stuff is garbage. Do not buy Boomba. Like I said, I'm always on here and I always give my opinions. Okay, so for the rear mount for the 8th gen, I don't have it in stock. Sorry. I thought I did. Yeah, I love the 9th gen sedan. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, I actually am a big fan of the 11th gen sedan. I like what they've done. I'm a huge fan of the Accord 11th gen. I think it's beautiful. It just sucks for performance. I mean, so, and they've made it a little bit too big, but yeah. Yeah, I mean I mean I look at things like how can you modify the car more than anything. Yeah, well, welcome in everyone. Thanks for joining Mondays with Mike. And hopefully we'll get some new people in here. There's a lot of cool people that have come back in. Thank you for returning week after week. Really appreciate it. Even though we're not getting paid by YouTube because they said I cannot get paid. So no idea why they wouldn't tell me. They wanted me to like submit some 30-minute video, probably kissing their ass about, why I need to be getting paid by YouTube. But I just rather use the channel to get the information out there and have good conversation with everyone and show you guys the new parts coming out and whatever cars we have working on. So Oh, is what it is. Maybe I'll apply for it another year or something. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the 11th gen Accord. I like some of the lines of it. I mean, I've seen some lowered and I think they look pretty good. Um, but it definitely is, it looks more like an Accord Cadillac to me. So it just looks like a good cruiser. I personally, my opinion, the Integra Type S is 100% worth getting. They're not going to make near the amount of numbers of them made like the Type R, which Honda is completely like whoring out. Um, I love the FL5. I think it's beautiful. The only reason I wouldn't get one is because I have the Sport Touring, so it's like buying the same car with a different engine. Um, the Integra Type S, number one, isn't selling that great, and neither is the Integra. So I think it's going to be a much more limited car, and it'll hold value in the long run. Um, and the Civic Type R is going to hold value regardless because it's the Civic Type R. But I mean, when you start manufacturing like 40,000 units, 50,000 units of the life of the car, it's not really a rare car. So yeah, it's kind of a bizarre Accord. I think they totally missed it. And the fact that they took away the 2 liter just blows my mind. I don't even know what Honda's thinking right now. And to be honest, they're going to get quickly left behind by Toyota because Toyota is finally stepping up to like, they're doing so many cool things with their cars. Performance wise, they're basically just telling the EPA to go F off. And I feel like Honda is just like completely shrunk everything. And they have like 2 cars that are decent now that you can get. And the rest is just all like little crappy fuel economy things. Pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, what Toyota's doing is pretty awesome. And I'm not a huge Toyota fan, but I'm not a hater. But yeah. I mean, there wasn't gonna, I mean, if you really look at every SI, there has never been a power increase almost on any of them of the same generation. So I don't know why a lot of people thought there would be a power increase. It's pretty much just a refresh of like interior stuff and like bumpers is usually what Honda does. But I don't think Honda, the only car that they've actually done any power upgrade with the actual release was the Acura RSX Type S. And that was the 0506 actually had more power than the 02 to 04. And you guys can correct me. I might be missing one, but all the rest of the generations have kept the same power, basically. Yeah, I'm more of a four-door fan. It's just, I've always been that. I think it's also how you grow up, like what your parents drive, that kind of stuff. My dad was always into cars, so I was pretty much indoctrinated from day one about racing and, went to F1 races at 5 years old, went to rally races in the UK at 3 years old. So, well, the 850, I mean, that's not actually that bad. You're paying for this thing that they call inflation, which is not inflation. It's a complete lie. It's actually called socialism in the States, which we're pretty much soon becoming. So that's why you're having to pay more. And I hate when people say inflation on these things. The fact is, when people's wages keep going up and we're giving out free things to everyone, like that's socialism at its finest. And that's why the price of everything is going up. We gave out a ton of money during COVID, and that's what happens. Sorry to get political, but it's just crazy the stuff that's going on right now in this country, and people are just so oblivious to it. I lived in a socialist country, so I understand what it's like, and I've worked for 3 socialist companies. So yeah, I mean the SI has never been like a super fast car. It's just supposed to be a fun, sporty car. Um, yeah, to the wrong people too. I mean, I figure you guys can chat about anything on here. I don't want to get too political, but I am going to view some of my beliefs because it does involve our lifestyle, especially when it comes to cars and the government overreach on, our hobbies as people that we love doing, Well, I think probably you all, pretty much everyone on here probably thinks the same politically, but I don't want it to get too much into that. But I mean, stage two is not going to be. I mean, you're still going to spin the tires. The amount of torque that these cars make with the factory tires, I mean, it's pretty normal to spin. It's just up to you. I mean, the car's fine with the stage two. It's been tested. Tons of people run the stage two on the car. You're fine. Like I tell people, just be careful of the clutch. Know how to drive the manual. Don't be driving at like 1500 RPM in fourth or fifth gear and floor it. That's easily how you're going to destroy your clutch with the amount of torque that these cars do. So no like uphill and then be in sixth gear and floor it. Like you will blow your clutch instantly on these cars. So just be careful. Yeah, I mean the SI can't. I mean the SI would have to have full bolt-ons pretty much to compete with the Type R. And at that point, I mean, you can basically make the car a half Type R, I guess you could say, because you can change suspension to the same stuff that the Type R has, sway bars to the same, the whole suspension stuff can completely be mimicked. And the brakes you can change out to be better than the Type Rs because they have the heavy Brembos on there. But engine wise, you can have fun with a Type R, but you're never, if someone really wants to get crazy with an FL5 and mod it, you're not going to touch one. That's why I always say just buy an RDX. They're so much fun. I know I keep saying that to everyone, but it's such an amazing car to drive. Yeah, I mean, if anything, the SI should maybe have 220 and then bump up the torque a little bit. But, you start adding that kind of stuff, they don't want it to be competitive with the Type R, and that's the problem. So that's why they specifically put it at that 200 point. I think it should actually be at least 210, 220. It would help a lot. The other thing is they've got to be EPA compliant. So, these cars also have to pass a certain gas mileage report to be able to be legal with the EPA. So there's a lot of other stuff, even though you want these cars to be a certain way, there's a lot of stuff that comes into play when you have to produce and manufacture a car. So, I mean, honestly, it should just have the Accord 2.0 and put an automatic in it. And it would blow away the Type R. Never understand why Honda wants to keep making a CVT transmission. Well, the CVT, the fuel upgrade is basically dependent on the ECU upgrade. If it ever gets done by any company, being Hondata or K-Tuner, whoever unlocks that will basically, it'll be a game changer. Andy's working on something. Well, I mean, a K20C4 is basically, I mean, I don't know. It's basically a Type R engine. I mean, yes, there's some small differences. The fuel system's smaller. It maxes out quicker. cams are different. There's a couple other differences, but pretty much it's a Type R. It's just a more swappable Type R engine. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, the K20 C4 is phenomenal. I mean, and the fact that you can buy them a lot cheaper than the Type R engine, it just makes it so much smarter to go with. So, oh man. Yeah, another long day here. My Mondays are, I always look forward to Mondays, but Monday nights I'm just like completely wiped out after the whole day. Yeah, anyone else working on anything cool with their cars lately? Anything fun going on? It felt good to actually modify the Passport. I've been waiting a long time to do something to it, and the stock wheels were so hideous, but um, yeah, finally. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long the 1.5 is going to be around. I'm sure it'll be around for, a few more years. We'll see though. I'm really kind of worried what Honda's up to with cars right now, as far as it comes to aftermarket stuff, because it's like they're just getting out of their whole brand of being able to modify anything. But then when I look back too, I'm like, well, pretty much all the 92 hatchbacks sucked. They were all economy shit boxes. I mean, it was us and companies that like engine swapped and made them cool. So I mean, hopefully there'll be things going in the future that, I see people doing swaps, and there might be a whole new aftermarket that just opens up when Honda stop making anything cool, but we'll see. The problem is just with the electronics that, the deeper they go with these, the harder it's going to be to do anything to them. I mean, it would be cool if maybe they did a 1.6 liter. I don't know. And turboed it. But like I said, also it depends on the EPA and emissions and what it puts out. I mean, the fight right now is they don't really care technically about performance and how fast you can get the 1.5. They care about fuel economy. I mean, that's the number one thing. Yeah. So it's like Andy said, EV and hybrids, which is really sad because I mean, Honda did not kind of grow from that. I mean, they were all about manual transmissions, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with Honda. It's pretty interesting, and there's going to be tons of, at least the 10 gen and 11 gen has brought out a ton of workable, fun cars that can be swapped, and for years to come. So it's super cool. I just kind of wish that they kept this Accord with the K20 C4. I don't know why Honda got rid of that, especially considering they keep it in the RDX and it's still going strong with that. So yeah, especially right now with the fight for oil and trying to basically compete against full EV cars like Tesla. They've got to get this gas mileage better for gasoline engines. Yeah, it's funny because everyone thinks like the 2.0, they made tons of them. I mean, it was still technically kind of a rare car. And I think you'll see more people get into the 1.5s. I mean, they can pretty much be turbo 2.0 swapped as long as they're a manual. Yeah, I don't know because the RDX sales are through the roof right now, and they're the only car that are actually doing well for Acura. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if Honda made something and put the 2.0, in one of their like, test fit it in as an option into like their, Ridgeline truck. I mean, then it would compete against the Ford Maverick. Well, you're about to show them that the six speed is king soon. Whenever you get to the track, that'll be interesting, man. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, so if anyone needs anything, remember just to reach out to us. I do have a new email now that a lot of people might not know about. It's sales@axionperformanceparts.com. We do have a new support line also. So it's support@axionperformanceparts.com if you need to check on where your order is or shipping. So you can always use that one. The old one I still have, but I don't use it so much. So everything's converted over. So yeah, I will have some information soon about the new company that we're starting. Hopefully down the line, I've got a lot of stuff figured out this week, and the name's already done. So I might leak it on here. I don't know if I should tell you guys. I've got the name done, the website domains bought, the website's now soon to be worked on. And basically, what we're doing is we're starting another division that basically is all European and Asian aftermarket. So it will be for all the other cars besides Honda and Acura. I didn't want to include these into the Axion portfolio, and I wanted to keep Axion pure Honda only. I like the idea behind it. The other one I'm starting is just something to maybe have for, when I get older, and that if I ever sell Axion at some point, who knows? But yeah, it's just another thing, if anything happens with the EPA and they start coming down on different companies, it's another avenue to have more things to be able to sell, So yeah, I think it's really cool. The name my wife and I came up with one night. I think it works really cool. And I think it'll be exciting trying to see if we can grow this other brand company along with Axion and see where it goes. So yeah, the Nissan Z would be fun. I actually really like those. I'm not a huge Nissan person, but with that car, they've killed it. And with the Godzilla, they have the GTR is such a cool car. Yeah, Toyota with, the GR, the Supra, the Celica coming back. Do you guys know how they actually call the Celica overseas? I don't know if you guys know this. Well, especially in the UK, it's the weirdest thing. I remember when I used to go over for the summers when I was a kid, and I would hear people say like Toyota Celica, but they would say it so different. And I was like, what in the hell are they saying? So over in the UK, they actually call it the Toyota Celica, which is very interesting. And it blew my mind for the longest time. Yep. See, you probably have heard it now with all the car shows that are all from the UK now that are online. Top Gear used to have them on, and Car Wow is the other guy that I watch. He's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see what Toyota does. It's really cool, and I just figured I have a lot of knowledge with other cars that I don't get to really do behind Axion, and if I can grow something else, so I figured why not? So yeah, you guys will probably see like a teaser. I've got to get the Instagram done and a Facebook page kind of done once we're closer. And then I will kind of like leak it. And then the website, I think it's going to take us about 2 to 3 months to do. So we've got to do that while I'm actually running this business too, which is a ton of work. I don't even know why I'm taking this on, but it's like something in me just keeps, if you ever have like these feelings that you get or something that's telling you to do something, you should always just do it, because I always feel like that's someone that's maybe passed on in another life that's trying to communicate to you to like do things. So every time I've kind of followed what something was kind of telling me and prodding me to do, I did it, and it's always worked out. So But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully we get a lot of support. I have a lot of people that hit me up all the time for other parts besides Hondas. So I figured if I could actually have another avenue where people can shop on, because I know people own other things besides Hondas. So I think it would be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So definitely keep an eye out for me talking about something in the next month or so. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to get off for the night. I'm freaking exhausted, and it's going to be busy tomorrow because today was slammed. Oh, I'll definitely keep up the live streaming. Yeah, the other business won't have really much to do. I mean, it takes years to build a business to where it would even affect Axion, and Axion is always going to be my priority. This is more of just a fun side thing, and if it grows into something, then it'd be super cool. But yeah, Axion's my number one thing. Yeah, I don't think Tomei will ever make anything for the 11th gen. The AWE actually really, I love the tips on it. If you want a loud one, get the track one. If you want it kind of mellow, stick with the touring one. I think it's one of the best fitting exhausts. I do like the NVIDIA Q300 also, but it's very quiet. But yeah, super cool exhaust. I used to really like the Remark, and I still like it. On the sport touring, I don't like it as much for the dual pipes that come out. I'm just not a fan of that on the car. But it worked for a while because it was one of the only ones out there. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to check off now and go do some emails and tracking numbers for all the people that ordered, get all their info out, and then actually watch some TV and relax. But thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys don't have to spend time on here every week, but I really think it's cool that you do. And it gives me something to talk about with you guys. So thank you again. I'll see you next time. Later.